Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So YouTube has now decided to remove the dislike button on creators' content. I'm going to say, starting off, if you haven't already, smash that dislike button. I want this to be my biggest ratioed video. I don't know if it's going to beat my Loki video. It's got 1,800 dislikes, but we'll see what we can do. So go ahead, smash that dislike button right now while you still can. So let's take a look at what YouTube said on Twitter. To reduce targeted dislike attacks and their impact on creators, especially smaller creators, you'll no longer see a public dislike count on YouTube starting today. The dislike button is staying. This comes after lots of research, testing, and consideration. So the button is still staying there, but it's just going to be like it's being turned off. Like creators can do right now, they can turn off the ratio and it just says like and dislike. So you can already do that. Creators have the option to already do that. Turn off the ratio. What YouTube wants to do now is turn it off for everyone to protect what? The impact on smaller creators. When you have a look at the White House and what kind of ratios they get, and this is a pretty big one, 4K down to 400 up. And it's a common occurrence on sites like the White House, CNN, and even Star Wars we saw when they make a bunch of announcements that people are absolutely flipping out about. Rightly so, because Star Wars is dead, whatever. But the amount of ratio videos on sites like the White House, so government sites, look, they've even got the comments turned off here. The amount of ratioed videos on the White House, government sites, CNN, mainstream media, it's making it look bad for them having this amount of ratioed videos on YouTube. And then they want to say it's to protect smaller creators. If you're so fragile that you can't handle, like here's my video here, 1,800 dislikes. If you can't handle a ratio, rightly so or not, it's not like doxing or anything. It's just a dislike on a video. If you're so fragile you can't handle a dislike on a video, you shouldn't be making videos on YouTube. That's the same for the White House. Don't put out content like that and cry to YouTube and ask them to remove it because you can't handle the dislike ratio. Here's what some replies are. Might as well just get rid of the dislike button entirely. What's even the point of it then? And now here's their answer. Viewers can still dislike a video to improve and further personalize recommended videos. So that'll show up less in your recommended tab, okay? Creators can still see the number of dislikes for their videos in the studio if they'd like to and use as an audience signal. So you can still see it in the back end on the YouTube studio. So you can take a screenshot and put that out and go, here's my ratio. But why don't you just leave it up? This is ridiculous. Oh, look, there's Ripper. This is nonsensical, as many of us have not asked for your protection, nor are we so fragile exactly to where we need it. I think the policy is silly altogether, but your explanation for not at least allowing us leave it on makes absolutely zero sense. I don't need you to protect me. And that's coming from Ripper, a libertarian. He doesn't need the government to protect him. We don't need YouTube to protect us from harmful dislikes. Like, come on, man.
Come on, man.
And says someone else, give us the options and stop forcing it onto creators. Dislikes may affect the creator, but not the audience. Yeah. And in the video, they say, we want to give everyone a voice. Well, you're kind of taking away that voice for the audience to show their dislike of the video or the content in that video. It's there to mislead the audience on how good or bad people think content is, especially from somewhere like CNN or the White House. For those bigger platforms like that, the mainstream media and governments, if they hide what the people actually think of it, isn't that kind of interference? Interfering in public discourse. Now, Dan Vass, is that Dan Vask? I think it is. Yeah, now he's a music creator, he's a singer, and he says, this is extraordinarily not smart. Dislike counts help me as a viewer to figure out what videos are worth my time and help me as a creator to show my audience what videos of mine are best. It helps him as a creator to show his audience what videos of his are the best. Because if he's getting a bunch of dislikes, there might be something with his content that he needs to change or switch up or something, and that helps him out. The way he would be able to find out is through comments now. To remove this is ridiculous. And now they get roasted because Odyssey, who's up and coming now in a video and streaming platform, they just said ratio. Like, how funny is that for them to come on the tweet and say ratio? Wrecked. So I say again, if you haven't smashed that dislike button, do it right now. I want this to be my most ratio video. I want to get to 2,000 dislikes if we can. Just start smashing that dislike button right now. I want you to ratio me while you still can. So there we go, everyone. Don't forget to smash that dislike button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share this one out, and I'll see you in the next one.